He coached an individual national champion last year, but we're not here to discuss Luke McPeak. Bryant Johnson back with Adams State wrestling coach Jason Ramstetter. We're in the dodgeball room today. What's going on?
Just another day of dodgeball warming up. You see these guys are throwing with their non-dominant hand, trying to hit each other in the face.
Jeez. Coach Ramstetter, there's a direct strategy that comes into the art of dodgeball. Now, I don't want you to give away all of your secrets, but give us an idea what it takes to be elite at this lethal game.
You know, it's just a lot of practice. These guys have to throw with their non-dominant hand. You can almost tell the year of a kid in school by the way they throw. If they're throwing a little limp-armed or whatever, they're new to it and they're just not up to par. Older guys, you can see they have a lot of power on them. They can hit you in the face, and you know, just a lot of practice goes into this.
Coach, did you just flinch?
Yeah, there was a ball coming at the back of Mark's head there, and I just didn't want to get hit. It's okay if he does.
You know, it's funny. You're all about challenging some of these new players to think differently, to think outside of the box. There's a question that you've been known to ask incoming freshmen about their favorite type of animal. Explain to me how you would go about this.
You know, every time you get a new kid, I just want to see their frame of mind, where they're at, and, you know, it says, hey, if you could be any animal, what animal would you be? And most of the time you get a response, I want to be a tiger or a silverback. But every once in a while, there's a kid in here that wanted to be a house cat because all he had to do was lay around, sleep, and get petted. And I thought, that's a pretty good answer. I don't know how good of a wrestler he is, but it's a good answer.
At this point, you have to give us the backstory because, I mean, obviously you've been in Alamosa your whole life. You went to Bakersfield to go to school, been at Adams State as a head coach for really almost 18 years. But when you go back to the origin of this game, where was it?
This goes all the way back to my high school days. As you see, they're warming up with the training balls. They're foam balls, but the real game is is done with taped up toilet paper. It's just a little more motivation to not be hit. That's how we played when I was in high school, and so it's been a good warm-up. It worked for me, so I figured we might as well keep it going.
Coach Ramstetter, is that NCAA sanctioned toilet paper?
Yes, it's double ply. It's taped up with 2 layers of athletic tape, and that's a regulation dodgeball.
So are we going back to Gary, to your dad, to Alamosa High School? You're wrestling for your dad, and he came up with this?
He got it from a military guy, but yeah, it dates back all the way to high school, and you know, it's amazing because dodgeball is awesome in the 3rd grade. It's even better when you're in college.
Now I'm picturing like the crazy pirate dude in dodgeball who threw wrenches at people. It goes back to military days. Yeah. What do you think the original rules included if they were playing back in the 50s and 60s?
You know, I'm not sure. We have a lot of rules. We had to, face shot. Those hurt. But, you know, we have a lot of rules, you know, just because, you know, when you're coming back in and how many seconds before somebody can be hit. Yeah, it's really advanced, like all sports. More rules, you just need them for clarity, and it's very advanced these days.
What have you seen between the correlation between elite wrestlers and their dodgeball skills? Because you were telling me about Luke McPeak. He won a national championship yesterday, and you said he was the cop of the room. If you broke one rule, Luke was all over you.
Yeah, you know what? And here is this is the honest to goodness truth. I've never had a good wrestler that wasn't a good dodgeball player. I don't know if it's because they're at practice every day and they're always here practicing, but every good wrestler I've had has been a significant dodgeball player.
We almost watched an ear get taken off by one of your freshmen in the corner. Now they're just picking on him.
Yeah, it's kind of a survival of the fittest. It teaches him how to catch. You got to learn how to dodge and catch, so that's kind of the process.
We're chatting with Jason Ramstetter of Adams State Wrestling. You would think Jason would be a prime player to win at these events. You enjoy winning, but you also said you have other motives, and that's messing with the kids who think they know what they're doing.
Yeah, you know, you start building up and you get good enough at dodgeball, people don't want to hit you. They're like, well, that's the guy that'll take me out. I like to be the person that hits that one. I lose to a lot of the bad guys because I'm just gunning for the key players.
You have an incredible ability to relate to your players. I'm thinking about one of your answers in your bio where you flat out say, video games. I enjoy playing video games in my spare time. How important is it to connect with these guys as you're coaching them?
It definitely helps. I don't know if I ever mean to, but I haven't really grown up on a lot of it. But I just do like my video games. I like my dodgeball. It makes it easy to get along and get to know kids, though.
But it is such a different season. I mean, it almost has a track and cross-country feel where you have events that are separated by several weeks. You're going to Reno. You're going to Chicago. You're traveling all over. What kind of mentality do you have to really excel during such a long winter sport?
You know, I think they've done a better job of breaking the season up. There's the first half of the season where we do certain tournaments and practice a certain way, and then the second half is we pick it up because we have more dual meets, and they kind of know that as a time to get going. So rather than dragging it out as one long season, I try and break it up into 2 different parts.
A Justin Verlander fastball went like a half an inch away from your nose, so that's why Coach had to pause for just a split second. What are your favorite dodgeball terms that you can say over an FCC-controlled airwave?
Oh, let's see. Man, I don't even know. Well,
I like face shot. That's a nice way to start.
Headshot. That was brought back from the video game days of GoldenEye. They used to have you're shooting each other. If you hit them in the head, it was done. So if you hit them in the head, they go out right away. We do play some double elimination, so a headshot counts as 2. Elephant arm is when they have to throw with their a backhand rather than throwing.
Well, give us a quick example here as we describe the radio broadcast to you. On YouTube, you're getting to see the elephant arm, and it was a headshot to a freshman. Hey, headshot to a freshman. Successful day.
Yes, it is. I've been practicing on him a lot.
Okay, then to really give people a grand idea of where this goes and how this builds in season, Ultimate Dodgeball, which can be just a marathon event where it is every man for themselves. What exactly is Ultimate Dodgeball?
To win the game, you pretty much have everybody out. You have to have them all. So if you have people out and they hit you, the people you had come back in. So the end guy wins the whole thing by having everybody.
How do you do that?
It takes a long time, and then you have to make a lot of alliances and treaties.
Okay. How do you even approach somebody when you're playing a sporting event to come to your – this is Survivor, Real Life Alamosa?
It kind of is. We really could make this into a reality show, you know. We could call it like making the team, but this would be one of the challenges that gets you advanced, you know. All the little alliances made behind the scenes. It's very backstabbing.
You are a master manipulator, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is Jason Ramstead. I think we warned him out. I'm pretty sure practice is scheduled, but hey, a light warm-up has concluded at Adams State University. Coach Ram, thank you so much for having some fun with us.
Thank you.
All right, time for some football. This is Bryant Johnson with KSPK Sports. Great to have you for another edition of Grizzly Connect.